right, my favorite month of the year is over. October is done. I watched lots and lots and lots of Halloween movies this month, but that's not what I'm gonna start with in this recap. I'm gonna start with my favorite part of October, which is dressing up. Now, normally I have multiple costumes because we have Halloween night, a Halloween party, Halloween, and obviously that didn't happen this year. So I only had 2 costumes, but I'm very excited about both. I was a witch. I had a little witch's dinner with just a few close friends, and I was a vampire on Halloween to socially distance, give out candy. Very safe Halloween, but still had to dress up. It's my favorite part of the month, besides for my birthday. Aubrey Palooza has concluded, and for those of you that don't know, that is a week-long celebration that always ends on Halloween, and my birthday falls right in the middle on the 27th. Normally I go to Disneyland, but not the case this year, so I had to do some new fun things, and I threw myself a Once Upon a Time themed birthday for me, my mom, my brother, and my sister-in-law, because that's what this year has become. But I had a really fun birthday. So those are the important things that happened in October. Not really, but anyways. The other things I did. Let's do TV first, since that's a pretty short list. I started watching a show that a friend of mine recommended, and I'm absolutely loving it. I think October is a perfect time to start this show, Lucifer. And I have watched seasons 1 and 2. This is like kind of very CSI-ish, but funnier. So the whole premise of the show is that he's the devil, and he's tired of living in hell. He's taking a vacation, so he comes to LA and he partners up with this detective and they solve crime. He can't lie. There's so many fun characters. The script is hilarious and it just has these amazing one-liners. Love this show so much. If you are into CSI and have a little interest in supernatural, this is the show for you. 2 thumbs way up. And you can watch this show on Netflix. And the other show I finished was season 1 of Dollface on Hulu. Now, if you're a Marvel fan, you know this is Darcy from Thor. This is a chick flick show. I would not recommend this show for guys. You might like it, but it definitely deals a lot with girlfriends and breakups and what happens after all that. And it's very chick. Not raunchy, not bad. It was just a fun chick show. And of course, I had to rewatch season 1 of The Mandalorian because season 2 starts this month. I really didn't think season 2 was gonna come this year, but here we are in October and we have episode 1. And that's all I watched on TV. Really light on TV because I went heavy into movies. Before I jump into movies, because that is going to be a rather long segment, I did 2 puzzles this month. I did this one because it was Halloween and I had to do a villain one, and it's only 200 pieces, but it's round. It is the first round puzzle I've ever done. I thought it was kind of challenging and would be very curious to do one in a slightly higher puzzle count. But then I upped my game with this one. I got this when I went to Solvang last month, and it's 1,000 pieces, and probably one of my favorite puzzles I've ever done. It was really fun to do this one. Yeah. Nerd. Alright, let's do it. Let's just do movies. Okay. So, my theme this month was obviously Halloween movies. Started the month off with, obviously, Hocus Pocus. It's my favorite Halloween movie. And surprisingly, I only watched it once. I watched bits and pieces of it throughout the month, but I only sat down and watched through it all the way once. And you can watch Hocus Pocus now on Disney+. And I'm actually gonna go in order of all the Halloween movies I watched, so you can see the order of importance that happens in this. I watched Teen Witch. For those of you that don't know, this is a hardcore 80s, 90s movie that I actually upgraded my Hulu account to get free HBO for 7 days to watch this. I really wanted to. I think it's a fun Halloween movie. It's so kind of just the cheesy 80s movie that would be such a great costume if people recognize these characters, but I don't think they would. Teen Witch. Then I watched Bewitched on Prime. I love the music in this movie, and the characters are just so cute, and it's light and it's fun. It's not scary, but it's still very Halloween because it's witchy. And then on Hulu I watched the new animated Addams Family. I did not watch this when it came out because I didn't have any interest in it, but I'm like, it's Halloween, I'm making a craft, I'm going to watch this movie. loved it. Loved the story and how they made it modern and all the characters in it. Like, I don't know what it was about this movie, but I just loved it. I thought it was so cute, great for all ages. Then I watched Monsters, Inc. That seemed kind of Halloween to me. I had some sushi, watched Monsters, Inc. Haven't seen this movie in forever and kind of forgot a little bit about what happens. But it's a Pixar classic. I love Monsters, Inc. and all the characters. I actually like Monsters, Inc. University better. That's why I haven't watched this one as much, but it needed a rewatch. Then I watched Tower of Terror. Now this is an old, I think it came out like on Saturday Night Wonderful World of Disney. You can't really find it. I bought it on DVD a long time ago and we watch it every Halloween because it's one of Mom's favorites. It's kind of like an oldie but goodie. It makes me miss Tower of Terror a little bit because now we don't have the Tower of Terror ride. We have our very awesome Guardians of the Galaxy. But this is just a fun way to revisit the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Then on Disney Plus, I watched The Secret Society of Second-Born Royals. I was kind of excited about this movie because of the cast, but I didn't like it at all. I thought the main character was super whiny and I almost stopped watching it, but I was just like kind of being lazy. I was like, oh, well, I'll finish it. Didn't like it at all. Then I watched Haunted Mansion. I remember when this movie came out and it was trying to be Pirates of the Caribbean and it's just not Pirates of the Caribbean because that movie, that attraction to movie did so well that they hoped for the same thing, but this movie just felt so rushed and it has its moments, but it's not a great movie, but it's not a bad movie. And I can't go to the Haunted Mansion, so it's the closest we're gonna get. Then I watched the short Trick or Treat on Disney Plus. Now this is an old animated Disney kind of classic with Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and I've always wanted to do this costume. And then I watched the Addams Family that I know and love. They're so weird, but they're so cool. And like during this time, you just want to be Morticia and Gomez. I love Addams Family. Okay, then I watched The Witches, and this is on Netflix. I loved this book as a kid. This is a Ronald Dahl book, who you know also did James and Giant Peach, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda. I remember liking this movie as a kid. It's so weird. And Jim Henson did the puppets and makeup in it, and you can totally tell. I don't even know how to describe it. You have to kind of like watch it to see it, because these witches, they hate children, but they have all these weird quirks. Like they don't have hands, they don't have toes, they're bald. The main character, kid, turns into a mouse, and it's all just chaos, but it's cute. But the reason I watched this one is because they redid it with Anne Hathaway on HBO Max, and I wanted to watch the old one first before I watched the new one. They're completely different. Like generally the same, sure, but like totally have their own personalities. And I like them both, but if you're expecting what happens in the first one to kind of happen in the second one, you need to have like a completely different set of expectations. Then I watched a Lizzie McGuire movie because I felt like it. Love this movie, always have, always will. And for second Monday of the month movie night, I watched FRANKENWEENIE, a movie I had never seen before. Never really had much interest in seeing it, but I'm like, I want to watch something I've never seen that's also Halloweenish, FRANKENWEENIE. And to give it a little pizzazz, I watched it on Disney Plus with the new group watch. So I made Carson log in and I made Dalton and Andy log in, and we all watched it together. If you've never heard of this and you have Disney Plus, next to the like favorite button, there's a little button that has like 3 little people logo in it. So everybody logs in. You don't have to be on the same account. You just have to have a Disney Plus account. And somebody press play, and you can send emojis through the app and they show up on the screen. Anybody can pause and play at any time in the movie. So like it'll say, Carson paused it. And we're like, why are you pausing it? And you're like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And it's just a fun way to watch a movie together but not be together. So I thought it was a great addition to Disney Plus. If you guys haven't tried it, you should at least try it. Oh, I didn't talk about FRANKENWEENIE. But FRANKENWEENIE overall, weird. Like it's really weird. Classic Tim Burton. Then per Andy's request, we watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is a movie I'm not confident I have ever seen the whole movie of. Do I know the song? 100%. Can I do the dance without even thinking about it? Yep. It's another one of those really weird movies, but like train wreck you can't look away from. I totally loved it, and I did time warp the whole time they were singing it. Tim Curry's like just really awesome in it. This movie was not streaming anywhere. We had to buy it through Amazon Prime, but like totally worth it. Totally imagine this being a cult classic and people dressing up in the theaters. Like, I've heard about that happening for years, and I see it, and now I want to be part of it. Then I had a extremely boring, tedious day at work where I had to just literally cut string and paper all day. So I decided to just put on a movie, and I picked Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is my Marvel movie of the month. You guys know that Captain America is my favorite Marvel character, like the love of my life. But Ant-Man movies probably rank the highest on my Marvel movie love list. Then my brother wanted to watch Cats. He's like, Aubrey, Cats just came out on HBO. Do you want to watch it? I was like, you're not going to like it. He's like, how do you know what I'm going to like, what I'm not going to like? Because it's a pure musical about cats. Well, I'm going to watch it. Okay, let's watch Cats. He liked it. I still didn't like it. I like the music of Cats, but there's something about this movie, like how they did the costumes or whatnot, that I don't love. I love Cats. I love the musical and I love the music and I can appreciate the art of it, but this movie didn't hit the mark for me. Then continuing my Halloween movie list, I watched Hotel Transylvania and Hotel Transylvania 3. Now, Aubrey, why would you not watch Hotel Transylvania 2? Turns out I don't own it. They're not streaming for free anywhere and I didn't feel like buying it. Adore Hotel Transylvania. 2 kind of was like, bah, okay, they made a sequel. But 3 was actually super cute too. Like, 1, 2, 3. That's how I feel about Hotel Transylvania 1 through 3. Then I watched every 90s girl's favorite Halloween movie, Casper. If you were born in the 80s or the 90s and did not have a crush on human Casper, I don't know. I don't think that's possible. This is an adorable Halloween movie. Then I watched Hamilton because I have this fear of Hamilton not going to be on Disney Plus anymore and that I need to watch it all the time. And it's so good. And on Halloween night, I made my brother set up the projector in the driveway onto the garage door so we could watch Beetlejuice while having our candy table 6 feet away for kids to trick-or-treat on. This is a really weird Halloween movie, but it's a cult classic, and Beetlejuice is super creepy. There's so many classic moments of Beetlejuice, but it's such a weird movie. But the final movie I watched after I put my Halloween PJs on Halloween night with my bag of candy was The Adventures of Ichabod Crane. I watched this movie every Halloween. So that's how I rounded out my Halloween movies. That's a lot of movies. I think I watched, 22 movies. That's almost one a day. And Christmas movie season is here, so it's just gonna get worse. I love movies. And I went on one trip. I'm gonna call it a trip. I went to downtown Disney. It was insanely windy. As you can see, this is not the back of my head. This is a picture from the front. I'm smiling under all that hair. 70-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah. But had a great day in downtown Disney. It felt good to just be there. But that was my October. Lots of candy, cake, crafting, and movie watching. I have a feeling that pattern will continue through the rest of the year. My name's Aubrey. I make new videos every Thursday, so make sure you subscribe and follow me on all my social media, and I will see you guys next week. And you're probably thinking, Aubrey, once again, Midnight Sun not in this video. Yeah, when you watch 22 movies, it doesn't leave much time for reading. That's on me. I take full responsibility. But you have my word, Midnight Sun will be read in my October recap.